Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to the Unagreeables podcast, the long-awaited episode 3. And trust me, I have tried to bring up the subject of doing this episode many times, and for some reason, everyone's just always busy adult life. And today we have Conor and Krzysztof and no guests. So, yes.
Okay, have you considered that actually, no, it is not, as we're currently speaking, the 7th of November. It is actually the middle of August. So guys, I think really we're all very patriotic boys. We all love our country very dearly. So I think we should start. We should start.
My country's crap.
We should start by standing, putting our hands on our hearts, and singing the national anthem in the middle of August.
No.
God save our gracious Queen.
That's just savage. You are savage.
That was such a
Rest
forced
in
joke.
peace. Rest in peace, Lizzie.
I love. Oh, speaking of Lizzie, was she prime minister?
Krzysztof.
Was she prime minister? I can't remember.
Yo, Krzysztof, talk.
Probably not. I don't know.
Not about this. I meant change the subject.
Fuck, okay.
This is already like madness.
Okay.
Also, yeah.
But yeah,
Krzysztof,
unbelievable scenes.
Krzysztof,
Yeah.
This is something we was talking about before the episode began. He said that 1 week before now that he would post to the Instagram and keep it active and lit and looking cool.
No, yeah. But I wanted to record another episode first. It's all part of the plan. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me.
I just posted a picture.
It's cool.
I have posted a picture to the Insta, and it's of me in front of a microphone, so you know who is who. JP.
Yeah. By the way, follow our Instagram. Yeah. Link in the description. Wink, wink for some next level gram content.
And also subscribe to my YouTube as well. JP.
Okay.
Don't fuck it up. This entire thing is just like
the last episode. Liz Truss was not the prime minister. We have had a whole premiership in the time it's taken us to record episode 3.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, and I don't want
You don't know what the prime minister is?
No, I know what that is, but I don't know what big terms are.
Joe, who's the prime minister right now?
Rishi Sunak, or however you pronounce his fucking name.
Sunak, yes.
Yeah.
Okay, who is the prime minister?
Liz Truss.
Okay, good. Okay.
My God.
Okay, do you not remember the girl?
No.
Okay, do you not remember the girl in secondary school who was like, was it during Brexit and the thing? I was like, oh God, I don't really like the prime minister.
During Brexit.
Yeah, so during secondary school, there was this girl who shall remain nameless because I can't actually remember her name. But I said something along the lines of, I don't really like Theresa May. I don't really like the prime minister. And she said, wait a minute, isn't Margaret Thatcher the prime minister? In the year of our Lord, 2016. For any viewers at home who don't know, she had been dead for several years and was not the prime minister for almost 20 years before that.
Yeah, but I mean, you meet some interesting people in secondary school, especially around our end. Yeah. Oh my God!
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie though. To be fair, if you don't care for a subject at all, you can get confused with things.
Yes, but in fairness, you should probably know who's the leader of your country.
Yeah, but all the leaders are fucking shit, so who cares?
I mean, you're right. It's hard. It's actually hard to keep track of now.
Yeah, every leader in the past, let's say 5 years, have pretty much been the same person, but getting worse.
We've had 5 prime ministers in the last 5 years? I'm trying to think. Was it?
I don't know,
Cameron, May.
Can we move on from the...
So guys, Sonic Frontiers coming out tomorrow. And I don't really want to talk about my thoughts because by the time it's literally coming out tonight, so it's going to make this video heavily outdated already.
I was going to talk about Sonic Frontiers actually.
Yeah, I was going to say
I'm not hugely into Sonic. I love it, but I'm not hugely into it the way Krzysztof is. But this game I'm very tempted to get, and also I've discovered recently the type of game I'm into is like a Monster Hunter, God Eater, or what's it called? Dragon's Dogma. Those type of games, they're fucking sick. I will play them all day.
I mean, I just gotta say, actually, because by the time this thing is released, we can say, does anyone make any wild speculations about Sonic Frontiers? I'll just go.
And make it either heavily on point or
Sonic,
heavily.
I love the scene where Sonic he goes to his son and he's like, "I'm so sorry that I was such a poor father and so mean on you. I just have such unrepressed trauma from my time being a Spartan, and also I killed my last family at that time." I think that happened to Sonic the Hedgehog.
I mean, in the Archie comic, Sonic did have kids, so it's funny.
See, told you, Krzysztof likes Sonic, getting on that nerdy shit.
Yeah. But yeah, no. It's I don't know, predictions.
Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie.
It's gonna be a very okay game, I think. I don't know, but maybe it'll be really good. I'm hyped for the story. I think the story, if anything's gonna be good, it's the story and the soundtrack, because they're looking.
You know what I'll say actually
yeah.
about it? I reckon it's a game that's gonna be shit on like crazy, but if you actually play it, it's gonna be quite fun. I reckon it's going to be like that.
Have you considered that despite the fact that he said it's a pretty okay game, this man, Krzysztof, he pre-ordered it without a second hesitation?
Listen, alright, I gotta get in on the details, man.
He did hesitate.
I gotta know about the goss. I think, like, critically, I think it'll do okay. Like, I think it'll be in, like the 70s. Like 75, something like that. Which is, like, not bad. So, that's what I think. I think critically it's gonna be, like, quite good, but then it'll be like, it will also be known as like sort of Breath of the Wild, but like not as good. It's kind of, I don't know, but
yeah,
we'll see. I don't know. Maybe it'll be good. I mean, obviously, I hope it'll be really good, and I'm sure it won't like not as bad as like it'll be the best thing we have in like 10 years, which isn't saying a lot. But like, I mean, no. Take what I can get.
People loved Sonic Mania.
I guess you could say there was a mania for Sonic Mania.
Oh shit, yeah.
Yes. Speaking of terrible things,
3D game, 3D
Sonic the ending.
3D.
Can I just explain something weird?
Before you carry on, Conor just said, by the way, and I have had conversations with him about this many times. He just said, speaking of terrible things, I should probably explain the ending of the last podcast. So he's now admitting publicly that is terrible, and he would never admit this between just us three who run this podcast and stuff.
Anyway, I had this dumb joke about going to war, and I can't remember what the joke was because it's been 3 months. But
what are you talking about? It's only been like 2 days.
I remember like the end. The end of it would have been was that I avoided going to war by being like a coward. Joe was actually missing in action and an elaborate series of pre-recorded messages. And Krzysztof, he got dropped into some Russian jungle. He fought like a guy with like a long lizard tongue. A man made of bees who shot the bees at him. A gay electric wizard. That lady who was both his love interest, kind of his mom. At some point he got like shot in the eye and.
Okay, Conor, no.
I think you're going a bit too far with this. You're getting a bit.
No. You're killing this, bro.
Getting a bit hot in here.
It's okay.
Just talk normally and chill. Like when you're talking about like the freaking politics, just calm with it. Just go with the flow. I have no idea what you're on about.
He's saying all this. This is actually a pre-recorded message. It's just very I'm very predictable, and Joe.
No, I have no idea what you're on about, bro. Like what the get your head out your ass. Like I don't know what you're saying.
Krzysztof, can I just clarify? You did get the joke that I was making, right?
I think so.
Okay, yeah. Fine.
Yeah, I think I might, but don't try and explain it because if it is what I'm thinking, then don't say it on the podcast.
I want to know what you were thinking.
It's not to do with me, it's to do with Krzysztof. And no, it's nothing that...
I didn't. I was so... He also did a little...
So guys, God of War's coming out in 2 days. What do you guys think?
I don't care. I don't like... I mean, it's fine. I've just never really been able to get into God of War.
If I was into games as much as I used to be, I'd be fucking hype and be like, oh my god, and it is a huge release, I would admit that and whatever. And it's a pretty sick thing. Like, it looks sick. But I will not be playing it because I'm not hugely into games like anymore, like how I used to be. Pardon me.
Rude.
I said pardon me.
Rude. Yeah, no. It's kind of. I wasn't expecting.
I'm not cutting that out.
The reviews are looking a bit mad on it. They're looking a bit mad. I don't know much about. I haven't actually watched like all the trailers and stuff, and it will be as soon as I can. So when I finish Frontiers, I'll probably get into that and play God of War as well. Because I've played like almost the whole series, you know.
Would you say mad?
I will admit,
like good?
the PS4 game, not game of the year. I don't think it was all that, but it was really good. I did really like it, but not game of the year. But I'm still excited.
Yeah, I guess it's just also that type of game specifically. You have to be more into those, like, whereas I don't know. I think the closest with that type of gameplay you've played is probably the Final Fantasy VII remake.
No, I mean I play loads of like action games as well. You know.
Well, no, I mean like a modern day action game.
Yeah. Like there's loads of games from like Platinum and like I play loads of games.
Platinum.
But like yeah, it's just that because even compared to like other like I can say things about God of War PS4 that's like the bosses are pretty lame. You know, like
right,
you fight the same reskin of like orcs and shit, or not orcs, fucking trolls and all that lot.
Just before we continue, yeah. Do you know when I just shouted Platinum? Did you get that joke?
Huh?
Did you hear me shout Platinum?
But no, sorry.
No, you didn't.
Oh wow!
But no,
wow! It really
Connor.
sucks making a joke that nobody.
If I said Platinum like that, yeah, would you understand the joke I'm making?
Oh yeah. Platinum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Suck it, dickhead. Sorry, Conor said to me, like, he whispered, he was just like, see, no one gets your jokes. And I was like, trust me, Krzysztof got that if he heard it.
Well.
Ha! Anyway, carry on about God of War. Sorry, I had to prove him wrong.
Anyway.
We're still going to war, bro. Like, what is happening? Like, every single freaking episode, it's just us like, at war with each other.
See, this is actually like a very serious commentary about like the nature of man. I'm getting very artful about this.
No.
Like, this is actually a
You're like
very...
the David Attenborough of a friend group.
This is a very serious like digestion on like the subject of the inherent brutality of masculinity and the idea of
okay, who votes on
persona
kicking
and-
Conor out?
It's only 3 episodes. You have to have a supermajority. So.
Yeah, if me and Krzysztof said yes, then you'll be out. There's only 2 people.
But have you considered my cousin, who I saw before between recording this episode and last episode, has said that she listens to this podcast. So there's a chance that she might be listening to this. Have you considered that?
Well, personally, I don't know your cousin, so
Yeah, you don't.
I don't have an opinion on
So
it.
what shows have you guys been watching?
I've watched at the moment I've been watching Reginald the Vampire and the Winchesters. They're both great. I personally would say maybe watch Reginald the Vampire if you've seen Supernatural, because it's pretty much the same thing, the Winchesters. So.
You still haven't seen What We Do in the Shadows, because it's the same
I
guy.
fucking don't like What We Do in the Shadows. I've seen the movie.
No, the movie and the TV show are very different.
Yeah, but the comedy is the same type of thing, and it's also the way they look.
My comment on that. I've seen the movie. Conor actually showed me the film, and I've seen it a few times since then. I've showed a lot of my friends. It makes it very, very good for parties. And it's a really cool film. I tried watching the show. I watched the first episode. I didn't really like it. I couldn't.
The first episode is the worst episode. I have to clarify that. Like, the first episode is just the movie, but not as good. Okay, they had to make a pilot. It gets better.
Yeah, but the thing is, that's the thing about a pilot. It's meant to be captivating.
Well, I mean, one can make that argument, yes, but like, it's more sort of pilots sort of work.
Bad.
I sort of get your idea, but in truth and honesty, pilots work more towards like a production company and a studio's benefit as opposed to a viewer's benefit. It's trying to sell the concept to a like production like design.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
so it has to be even better than just the audience opinion.
I suppose. Yeah. I'm willing to give something a try. Like, even if someone. You know, there's a lot of games that have very slow like beginnings, where it's like literally takes like 5 hours for the game to get going. But like those are also some of my favorite games. So like, I'm willing to give it another try. But
it's a good series. It's very funny. It gets like the 3rd season is probably my favorite, but I haven't actually seen.
Oh my god! Wait, 3rd season? How many fucking episodes are there?
There are 4 seasons currently. About.
Is this like a
season? So about 4.
What? They're still going.
They're still going. It's very popular. It's a genuinely great series.
I honestly had no idea. I thought it was just like 1 season, 12 episodes sort of thing.
No, it's still going. Damn. Mark Hamill shows up at one point and it's great.
Oh, really? Oh.
Genuinely the best episode he appears. Anyway, what was
the worst TV show you've seen?
Ooh.
Actually, wait, no. Before we answer this, let's ask Krzysztof, because he is probably way more limited than we are. Like,
yeah, exactly.
What's the worst TV show I've seen?
And it can be like, even if you've seen 1 episode of it and didn't like it, like I don't know, The Big Bang Theory. I like that personally, but I mean, you can't fully dislike that show, like just 100%. I don't think, but yeah.
Go on, Krzysztof.
I need to think about that. I'm trying to just think of shows I've seen, let alone things I didn't like.
Fine. Wait, we'll throw something in the mix for you, but not for us.
Okay,
we'll add movies.
I have an answer.
Wait. Let him answer first.
Wait. What's the worst movie I've seen?
Movie, yes. Stewie, movie.
Movie.
Yeah, movie. Film.
Probably something like. Jesus.
I've stumped him.
Okay, I have.
There was okay. This is gonna sound really weird, but there was this film I had as a kid. It was like marketed as a film and everything, but it was about like ants. It was like one of them like Disney knockoff things, and
is it cartoon and it's called Ants?
Is it?
It's like 3D CGI, but it's like animated. It's not like real ants.
Yeah, I think I know what you're on about. I think it's genuinely.
It was only like 45 minutes or something, but it was like full on film. I had the DVD for it, and
I have no idea what
that was probably just a cheap film that we got from like a car boot sale or something. But yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like ants spelled with a Z at the end.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
The Woody Allen film.
It's probably not great now, but as a child, I loved that film.
No, that film's bad. I'm gonna say it. That film, I didn't like that film as a kid.
But you don't like any.
I didn't like that film as a kid. You know what the superior film about ants is? A Bug's Life.
I also did watch about you know what, that even as a kid I was like, this is just worse Bug's Life. I did watch that as a kid.
Yeah.
My favourite film that involves ants is Ant-Man.
Okay, can I go to my worst TV show that I've watched all the way through? Okay.
All the way through?
Here's the thing. I watched 5 seasons of this television programme for some godforsaken reason.
Is it The Flash?
No. I don't know why I watched so much of this programme.
Okay,
it wasn't good.
What is it?
You've never heard of it, I promise it. It's called Bates Motel.
I think you've mentioned
Bates Motel? Oh my god, I've seen it. That's one I've seen.
What?
Damn.
What?
What?
Yeah, plot twist. I've seen most of it. Admittedly, I got up to literally like season 5. Like there's 5 seasons, right? Season 5, like halfway through season 5. Season 5.
Yo, bro, what did you think of it then?
What did I think of it?
Yeah.
A bit unsettling, I guess, but like.
Okay,
Connor, you go on.
Are you familiar with Psycho?
The film?
The film, yes. Alfred Hitchcock,
guy
in the shower, Yes. So, imagine, okay, here's the thing, I'm a studio executive, I'm gonna sell this to you, Mr. I think it was Universal.
My name is Mr. Wade.
You're Mr. Warner Brothers.
Or Mr. Flame.
Okay,
like
Mr.
that.
Flame.
Yo.
Have you considered that Psycho, that masterpiece? That like, it's very like self-contained story. It like actually it has like a lot of interesting genre thing. It
stop right here. Stop your presentation. Using too many long words. You're already boring me.
Wait. Go on.
We do a prequel. Set in the modern day, and we do it for 5 seasons.
Yes, I would love a prequel that's set in the future. That makes so much sense.
I don't think that. I get that it's a bit like weird that it's like it's like it's a prequel, but like it's also like in the
main characters in the film.
Whoa! One person. I can't.
Krzysztof, go on.
Yeah, I get it. It is a bit like weird because obviously it's a prequel to like a film made in like the 50s, 60s. 60s, yeah. So it's a bit like this is weird, but I guess it's also like it's not that uncommon because like comic books do that, like
yes,
where it's like this like the timeline sort of like scales as like time goes on to make.
Can I just explain the weird stuff that's in this thing? In the original Psycho movie, there's essentially the only 2 characters that really matter. Well, I mean, there's also like more to it, but like there's Norman Bates and his mother. So have you considered? What about Norman Bates' unmentioned OC 2000? When was this made? 2011, I think. He's the most 2011 man in existence.
Okay. What do you think about
his
show?
brother Dylan?
2013.
No, what do you think of the show minus the prior movies?
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna say this. Bates Motel is a really somewhat decent original story. It's unfortunate it has because every time it brings up anything about like Psycho, I start to be like, oh, actually this was a bad idea, I shouldn't be watching this. Why am I watching 5 seasons of this?
Weirdly enough, though, I've seen like most of Bates Motel. I haven't seen Psycho. So
I haven't seen Psycho.
That's
Okay,
just,
so here's the thing.
it's a very weird way to get into the movie, but
can I guess spoilers for this somewhat obscure show that apparently Krzysztof has watched. Towards the end of the show in season 5, they do essentially remake Psycho, and so basically Psycho's about like this lady who goes to a hotel and then she gets murdered.
I know.
It's iconic. It's great.
Yeah.
But who do they get to? Oh god, who is it? It's someone they play. I think it's Rihanna or someone like that. Yeah, Rihanna. You know, the singer. She plays the character.
Sorry.
Yes, so she plays the character Marion Crane in like 3 episodes when they just remake Psycho at one point, and she doesn't get stabbed to death in the shower because, like, you know.
I mean, it's a prequel. She can't get stabbed to death.
Oh
in the shower until the film.
Clarify. This isn't a prequel anymore. At this point, they've caught up to the original timeline, and they've just remade Psycho, but not as good.
I think that's the
They did actually remake Psycho in the 90s, but that's a whole other.
Oh, so I guess I've essentially seen, because like I guess that's the only part I haven't seen yet of the show. So it's like, oh, okay, so it's just like the same story.
Oh yeah, you just said spoilers to the audience, but you're forgetting he didn't finish it.
No, sorry,
he didn't finish it, and he's had time.
Okay,
he's had time.
I started it like I think like 2 years ago, and yeah.
So yeah, it's not. But the weirdest thing, the one weird connection this had, there's a character in this who had in that show who has like cerebral palsy or something. What's that like genetic disorder where you get like a lot of gunk in your lungs? It's
Yeah. I know what you mean.
No, it's
I don't know.
CS? No.
I don't know. Carry on anyway.
What's it called?
Yo, carry on.
Anyway, go on. But like, so basically, she has like that thing. There's like sickle cell immune system thing. I think it's something like that. Anyway. So basically, the reason that I bring this up is because I knew that girl. She was in Ready Player One, that masterpiece of a film that nobody remembers or talks about. Because
I remember it. I love that movie.
You're very wrong. It's bad.
No, see, that's my point though. You hate all movies. Like,
I don't hate all movies.
If you just enjoy it, it's enjoyable as hell.
I like movies, and that's why I don't like Ready Player One.
Connor hates films so much that he studied it.
Yeah, I hate film so much, I did a whole ass degree in it.
Yeah, it's called being a director. Hate on everything, love your own shit.
I don't love my own shit. I hate my own shit the most. It's terrible. Ugh.
Yeah, but you've never done something that's been on like the big screen. Maybe one day you write something and it becomes on the big screen. You're just like,
well,
what the fuck? Because it just blows up.
There's that line. Was it 95% of creators hate everything they've ever made 5 years down the line, and the other 5% are lying. I can't remember who said that. But...
Do you know what?
I can believe that. I can believe that for sure.
I don't do obviously TV shows and films. I do YouTube. I can agree with that, but also without that stuff, I always think to myself, if I didn't have that, then my videos would have just constantly been shit. Like I wouldn't have learned from my past. So I love the facts that I've got all of those. Like even some of the videos are cringe and whatever. Like my XIX vodka video when I tried the Sidemen's vodka. Oh my god, so good by the way. Anyway, when I tried that,
we're not being paid by the Sidemen to promote their vodka.
Oh, I wish. Anyway, yeah, my mum was in the front room, so I didn't want to be my normal kind of hyperactive, just myself, you know. And I was a bit more quiet about it and whatever. And it's my most viewed video, but I also think it's one of my worst because of that.
I mean, have you had the existential dread that that's your most viewed video because everyone actually hates the real you and you have to put on this persona of being calmer and like being like low down in the way that you would react around
fucking hell, Conor, gee.
Like this idea that, like the idea that like the person you are isn't actually marketable. Because I have that anxiety about myself like every single day. Let me clarify.
Well, no, that persona of me being quiet is just a terrible like. If I was like that around all my friends and that, they would probably find me very boring. Like, because I was just like, yeah, okay, I've got the XIX vodka, like, yeah, and I've also got this. You know, I wasn't like, yo, what's up? You know, like really hyper. Like, yeah. I've just uploaded my video of Trying Prime, and I was hyper because my mum was not in the front room.
Yes. Anyway, back to the question that we asked quite a while ago. Joe, what is your least favourite TV show you've ever watched?
Oh, you can't ask me that, man. I just don't watch things I don't like.
Yeah, but you were the one who posited this.
I know I did, but I asked you and Krzysztof, because you judge things like crazy. Krzysztof, I just thought it would be funny to play with him, because he hasn't watched as much as us. Fine, you guys talk on something, and I will think about the worst TV show I've seen at least one season of.
What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so that's it. I really, I'm excited for, I'm really excited for the new.
Oh my god, that sentence was just so bad. It was a shambles. It was,
new Doctor Who. Sorry, I have my Doctor Who rant. I can do my Doctor Who rant.
Go on.
Basically, what was the power of the Doctor in the end of the day? The special is called The Power of the Doctor. What is the power of the Doctor at the end of the day? Was it when the Master impersonated the Doctor to blow up a planet at one time? He just did a planet blow up? But the Master was impersonating the Doctor at that point. What? Also, why didn't the Master just steal the TARDIS, claim they were the Doctor? Why did they go through the whole ass thing of regenerating into that body? It's a weird thing. Also, the way Jodie Whittaker's Doctor gets
by the way, I have an answer.
To regenerate, the way that Jodie Whittaker's Doctor has to regenerate, she gets hit with a giant laser that wish just straight up just eviscerated her from off the face of that little planet orbiting the Earth. But then she's just fine. She has enough time to go get some ice cream.
Chill, bro. We haven't seen it. Chill out.
I know exactly.
No idea what you're on about.
Go on, answer your question.
Okay, I don't have a least favourite show, but I have ones that I either wouldn't watch again or I just wouldn't watch. There's, for example, what's that show called? Crap. Oh no, it's a comedy show. It's very popular and it's got two main characters and sometimes it's first person view.
Peep Show.
Yeah, Peep Show. That's it. I don't like that. I just don't like it.
Damn.
I don't know. It's just not funny to me. Then I'm not a fan of The Office. Then there's also
actually. You know what? That's a good one. I think The Office. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
No, I do get it. It's just not my style. But then there's also Friday Night Dinner, which is a show I do like. I would say I like it a lot, but I wouldn't say I love it. But out of all the comedies I've watched, I would probably choose to not rewatch that one because it's you laugh every now and then, and that's about it. Whereas other comedies I've watched, you can be laughing a lot.
Have you considered that the guy who played the dad died very recently?
Doesn't matter, I can still have an opinion on the show.
Yeah, that's fair.
Rest in peace to, what's his name?
John Ritter? Wait, what's it? Paul Ritter?
You brought this up and that makes you look bad.
Damn it, oh god, wait, where's his name? Not John. Okay, John Ritter is also dead, that's the thing, man. Oh no.
I feel like it's... No. Is this character named Martin? Because if so,
it's Paul Ritter. It's Paul Ritter, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
His character's name's Martin, which is my dad's name, by the way, so, that's kind of funny, because he's the dad of the show.
Also, just to check, okay, John Ritter, completely separate actors, no way related, is also dead, to clarify.
But yeah, that's my thing, and Krzysztof, you said about not understanding The Office.
I get the humour, but also, it's not... I don't know, I just don't find it that funny. It's not really... It's just, awkward. I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I've seen some episodes. If someone's watching an episode on I don't know, having breakfast or something, it's yeah, alright, cool. But it's sort of I don't know.
I think it is a show that is overrated. I would say
because it's one of them.
Hello?
It's just one of them shows everyone talks. It's it's really good, and there's loads of clips and memes from it and all that. But it's I don't think it's all that, to be honest. I don't know. I guess it's just not for me.
Did you see?
Yeah.
Did you see the UK or US? But by the way, I've seen episodes of both, and I don't like either. Oh wait, no. There's also a show I started watching, which I refuse to watch. Parks and Recreation.
Shut your mouth. Get out this house.
That's the same. It's the same type of concept. No,
shut your mouth. You're wrong. You're objectively wrong. You are. I cannot put into words how wrong you are. Little Sebastian did not die for you to besmirch the name of the show. You have no idea. Anyway.
No idea who that is, but you know what I say to that? So, how many films do you shit on that are made by people that have died?
But have you considered...
No! Answer the question.
I mean...
Loads. Shush. Exactly. But also, when you say cringe humour, like you said earlier, do you mean the UK Office?
Yes. We talked about...
Don't you like the US Office, though?
No.
I was talking about the US. I haven't seen any of the UK Office.
We all hate the US... Can we just clarify? We all hate the US Office. I think it's fair to say, I'm gonna say that. I'm actually not gonna
Yo,
make that
you
joke.
know, if people watch this and they like The Office, they're just gonna hate on us because it's 3 people that refuse to watch The Office. It's just like, yeah, fuck you, The Office. I don't like you.
This is the opposite of like a rewatch podcast where actually we refuse to watch the show.
We're just gonna. I've got the perfect name for this. Just hate on The Office.
Yes.
We hate The Office. That is the perfect name.
That's the perfect title. Congratulations. We finally agree. The war is over.
No, I'm not high-fiving because then it calls a truce and there's less fun in later episodes. I can't speak apparently. I'm like you.
I mean, I don't know why you can't speak. You're actually a pre-recorded message, an elaborate series of pre-recorded messages.
I'm illiterate.
This is
Yes.
this is like next level Matrix level of like shit where it's just a bunch of pre-recorded messages just talking to each other because I don't know.
Doctor Who!
What about Doctor Who?
Do you know when he recorded himself on that TV in that episode with the Weeping Angels?
Oh,
and he's,
yeah!
quote unquote, talking to the present day person.
Yeah.
I say quote unquote because it
Sally Sparrow.
wasn't directly talking.
We Stan.
Yeah. But that episode was lit.
Yeah, Blink. Great episode.
Yes.
I wish.
I think it's one of the most popular as well, isn't
It is, yeah, arguably, yeah, it's great. It's a genuinely like fascinating bit of sci. You know, this is the thing I've missed about Doctor Who in the Chris Chibnall era. The sci-fi of it isn't very good. Like, there's no real, actually, like interesting little concepts. It's all very vague.
Shut up with
defined.
aliens.
Exactly. It's like it's very vague with thing. It's not like very. It doesn't actually go into any interesting themes. Because I was watching. I've been rewatching Doctor Who because I now have an addiction problem with Doctor Who.
I've watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine 5 times the whole way through. So
I was watching The
I have an
Daleks in
addiction,
Manhattan.
bro.
It's an
Or 4
episode
times.
of David Tennant's run. And it's so weird because like it's set in Manhattan and Andrew Garfield is there, but it's like 3 years before The Amazing Spider-Man. He's just like essentially a side character, and like it's so surreal to see Spider-Man in Manhattan, but like nothing is made of this, and it's just like wow. But anyway, because it's such a good like episode, because it's like about like societal conflict and the benefits of being like a big tough man, and like the idea of like surviving long term and like ethical capitalism, and the problems that are created from like the Great Depression, and there's interesting societal commentary about the value of art and starving artists and discrimination. It's so. I love it. And then just you get to Chris Chibnall. It's like, actually, guys, have you considered that maybe Rasputin was the master all along?
That was hilarious, that scene.
That scene made me want to kill myself. No, that's a bit much. Okay, I liked...
Whoa!
I don't like the new stuff, but that scene, I actually did like that.
No,
it reminded me of Eggman when he was dancing in Sonic.
Which one?
The live action movie.
What, the second one?
The first one.
Oh, the first one where he's dancing.
Oh yeah,
no, that's cool.
Yeah,
That's cool.
then
We all love a bit of
dinosaurs
Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey being Jim Carrey.
Yeah. Seriously, like Jim Carrey, you can't go wrong. Like the movie may be bad, but him himself in the movie never bad.
It is generally like if it wasn't for him, the movie would kind of just be like pretty meh.
Yeah.
But like you watch it because of him, and you watch it. It's like, oh yeah, there's this cool like side character called Sonic the Hedgehog. You know. But
I don't have one Jim Carrey movie I don't like. I like The Grinch because that's childhood. I like The Mask because that's childhood.
I used to love The Mask as a kid.
Dumb and Dumber.
I don't like them.
Dumb and Dumber, bro. Okay.
I don't know. I never really liked.
What else is there with him in? Don't say Sonic, because we just spoke about that.
Truman Show. That's a pretty good movie.
Yeah, I'll say that's good.
I've heard that's one on my list. I haven't seen it yet, but that's one I do want to watch.
Oh, it's really good. It's actually it's really like very ahead of its time when you stop to think about it. But like, yeah.
I don't know. What do you mean by that?
The idea is like the man's. This is not a spoiler, Krzysztof. This is the premise of the thing. Like a guy's essentially his whole life is being recorded to view. That's what we're doing right now when you stop to think about it.
Yeah.
What? Well, we're not really recording our life.
We're recording. The like
we're just
idea.
Technically talking about our interests.
Well, the idea of any podcast really is essentially creating this like parasocial relationship between the host and the viewers.
I have a question. And it's moving on from TV shows, films, or games, or whatever. Only for the simple fact is, right? We always talk about this stuff. So maybe I've got a question that's going to change things up.
Okay.
It's going to be very hard.
Krzysztof, are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Krzysztof, right? I'm going to ask Krzysztof the first part of the question first, then you.
Oh God.
Krzysztof, what is your dream like to achieve? Like, what's your dream job? I'd say.
Dream job. Probably like I don't know, like being able to work remotely, which is pretty broad, but like I don't know, there's someone doing like computer science and like software like dev, all that like crap. Pretty boring shit. But to be fair, if I could like work from home or just be like on call, then I could do things like I can like travel and I can like go different places, still be like working. Which would probably be like stressed out by work, but I could like be stressed out at work while chilling in Hawaii or something. I don't know.
So pretty much is what you're saying. You would kind of just love to do coding remotely, in easy words.
Yeah, pretty much, or like take photos.
Conor?
Yeah.
I'd love to be like sort of like a writer and actor and stuff like that. That's the long-term goals I'm sort of moving towards.
Shall I just say actor out of the two of those?
Well, no, right. I like.
There
are plenty of writer actors. Like what's his face? Stephen Merchant, the guy who co-created The Office. He's in a lot of stuff.
There's also Adam Sandler though.
Yeah, you know what? Uncut Gems was amazing. Uncut Gems was like, you know what? Here's the funniest.
He's hated on, but let me finish.
I mean, he's in a lot of bad films, but go on.
The question is, when you achieve that, do you feel like you have fulfilled your purpose in life, or will you want to achieve more and achieve further and push yourself to the limit to the end of your life?
I mean, oh God, we're getting really fucking existential. You know what? I think like if I ever do achieve I don't know if I'll achieve everything I want to do. I like to think I will. Maybe I will. But like, you know, I feel like if I do achieve my goals, I would like to find the next like mountain to go. I have like this like genuine unironic like low key fear about like the idea of like eternal life and the idea. Like, I was thinking about this with someone else the other day. It's like the idea of like being able to like have as much time as possible to do your goals. What do you do after you achieve your goal? Just go on forever. And I'm just like, I don't like that idea, you know, because I think like, you know, I'm one of those sort of people. I need to have a purpose to do something, or I get like sad and depressed, and I'm just like, oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's like me with YouTube, right? If I was to become big, let's just say, I mean, it's fucking very difficult in this day and age, especially with the money I have and a phone. Anyway. Yeah, if I get big on YouTube, obviously I would want to take it further, so, you know, I would merchandise and whatever the fuck else. But it's just at a point where, is that enough? Like, am I doing enough for the audience and for myself? Like, you know. And I could technically never answer that question until I did it, because that's just impossible, because there's an audience involved. Whereas acting, there is an audience, but it's more so, like, yourself. Because YouTube ideas, I could just run out of YouTube ideas. Whereas acting, for example, you could just act in loads of different movies other people are making. And also write some of your own stuff as well. So, you know. But I find it also hard with writing and directing or whatever else, because it's so hard to come up with original ideas now, because like so many things have been made, like zombies is a thing.
Everything's always like a copy of something else, or like inspired by something else.
Nothing under the sun is original, you know. There's the
that's
idea
my point,
like, yeah, but I mean, like, every single bit of media you've ever consumed is essentially just a remix of other bits of media. There's the idea of Joseph Campbell and the Hero of a Thousand Faces, and that sort of, like, idea of the the everyman hero, and the idea of, the things like, the sort of character journey and stuff like that. So this has actually been written about for, like, decades. The idea of, like, really nothing's original, you know? It's Star Wars is just a Western in space, or it pulls a lot from samurai movies as well, but like
no, that's my point though. That's what I find it like very hard about being a creator, whether it's movies or YouTube or even music. You know, it's hard because you're just like, you do something, and say if I'm making a beat right now, I'll be like, yeah, I've done this. Yo, that kind of sounds fire. 5 minutes later, oh wait, what the fuck? This sounds like Old Town Road by Lil Nas X or something like that.
Yes, but have you considered Old Town Road is actually one of the greatest musical achievements of all time, because in fact it was essentially a shitpost that launched a music career.
No, I do like that song.
Yeah.
And I wasn't shitting on it. I'm saying, for simple fact is...
Joe hates Little Nas X and Old Town Road as well, so...
That's a lie. Little Nas X is sick. You know, Holiday, great song. Listen to that at Christmas, bro.
Oh, what's it called? Panini, that's also great.
Panini's great.
Panini's good.
Oh, I want a Panini now. Thank you. Toasted Panini.
Sorry, Krzysztof, say that?
Paninis are great.
No. It's just funny because obviously I said it, but I said it so loudly we didn't hear you.
So
right.
Silent. Yeah. No, the song too.
Montero, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, Montero. Industrial Baby. Or
Industry
Baby. That's what.
Industrial Baby.
No, I mean, to be fair.
Industrial Baby.
Like, dolls and shit are made in an industry.
Wow, so really, we need to write the next hit song, Industrial Baby, about like the serious ramifications
of
capitalism.
If we put our minds to it, we could probably make a banger.
We probably could, but like
actually,
none of us can play an instrument. None of us can sing.
You don't need to play an instrument.
This brings up a question. This brings up an interesting question because I was gonna. If you weren't doing what you're doing right now, what do you think you would be doing? If that makes sense. So like for me, right? If I wasn't doing like my programming and my like software dev and like all that boring stuff, I'd probably be doing music because I find it really interesting.
Well, I'd say that come through, man. Let's make a beat together. That'd be sick. I'm already starting to make a song with Lucy, like kind of slowly and gradually, because obviously she's in uni. Bloody blah. Anyway, your actual question. Well, if I could just be automatically doing it and earning money, is that what you mean?
Just like so you're like so what's the other thing you'd be if you're not doing what you're doing right now, and or like working towards what you're doing right now? Like what's the other like sort of industry or other thing you'd be working in or doing or any of that?
Well, obviously right now I'll openly say it. Like I'm a cleaner, and if I was to quit that and have a steady paycheck every month or whatever from it, YouTube. I'll be straight on YouTube. Like, if I could like earn a living from it, but otherwise, I have no idea, man. Because to be honest, a job is a job to me. The thing I want to do is YouTube, So a job's just something that gets me money, and like I work in a school and that, so I can have half terms off. So, like, if Lucy comes down or whatever, I can see her, but also I can see friends, I can see my dad, so this job is kind of perfect, and it's not even a hard job. It's so freaking like, oh my god, it's blessed. No, that's weird. It's sick.
I mean, I'm not doing it much right now. I'm technically sort of semi-employed, mostly unemployed, because I just sort of quit several jobs. Anyway,
this is your job right now.
This is my job right now. This is, unironically.
Technically, this is your unpaid job.
Well, I'm not being paid for this.
That's what I said, unpaid.
Oh, unpaid. Okay, sorry. I mean, actually, Joe, considering I'm the one that edits all this, actually, I could use some payment.
Yeah, no, this was my idea.
Give me money.
No.
You realise I'm going to edit it now, just to say, like, you just all say, I will give you all the money.
Next episode, how we're, like, underpaid workers.
Oh my fucking... No, you know what? We are underpaid. And I don't mean it as podcasters, or whatever you call someone that does a podcast. Like, as a worker, we are underpaid. I will say that.
Yes, comrade! So, really, we need to stop thinking about this now. The Labour Party is just in shambles right now. Keir Starmer is a abysmal leader. His policies are bad. The idea of the economy, stuff like that. And really, we need to talk about and address these issues because we should have a general election now because we're currently in our second Prime Minister that was not voted by the British public. The first Prime Minister of this year that was voted by his members of the Conservative Party who don't really represent the vast majority of the public. But actually, Rishi Sunak was elected by a minimum of 100 MPs that aren't regular members of the public, and we should have an election anyway.
Bro, okay. All I'm saying is one, chill out, and two, you do realise at least maybe half the world don't even know half the people and the things you're talking about.
I mean, I wouldn't say half. I mean, actually, I guess people.
A lot of the population of the world do not care about politics.
I mean, I don't trust. That's an unfortunate situation because politics definitely cares about 100% of the world. Bull crap. Politics really care about the public at all. I'm going to talk about the way politicians don't. That's actually quite a good. Actually, yes.
So, guys, you've been to cinema lately?
Been
to cinema?
Krzysztof, what?
Oh,
yeah, I did. I went to see the Banshees of Inisherin.
What was his question?
Have you been to the cinema recently?
No.
I have. I can talk about some films. So, the Banshees of Inisherin. it's a pretty good film. I like the first 2/3 of this movie, and then it just loses me, and it never gets me back. And it's like really just like I became really uncomfortable, and I didn't like the direction it was going. Because like, so it's about these two. Okay, I'm gonna set this film. Okay, hello, Mr. JP Flame. You're now Mr. Flame. You're the.
I didn't mean to say it like that.
You're in charge of. I can't remember the production company that made this movie. You're in charge of this thing. So. Okay, it's a film about two Irish men being like, or actually one of them's just mad at the other one for basically no reason, and they're just very sad in a pub in like the 1920s, and so it's like really sort of like that for a bit. It's funny, it's a bit like sad.
I'm
it's
just
also very
imagining Peter Griffin and his dad. I'm sorry, because they're both Irish men.
I mean, wait, no,
yes, there's an episode.
Yes, I know the episode, but anyway, go on. But like. Yeah, actually, I'm half Irish. I can't figure like anyway. No. So here's the thing. About 2/3 of the way through this movie, one of the main characters cuts off his finger and throws it out the door of this other bloke, and then it's like a bloody stump for the rest of the movie. Now, here's the thing. I know you're so engaged by looking at your phone right now, but seriously. So he has the bloody stump, and then. He continues to be annoyed by this other guy, so he decides to cut off all his fingers on his left hand and throw them at a door. And then he has a bloody stump for the whole rest of this movie. Have you considered that this is actually the greatest film ever made?
How would I consider it when you've only explained it? I have not experienced it for myself.
In this scenario, you are the head of whatever production company made this film.
No, I have not considered it.
Then good. Unfortunately, this film's made like that. This is all spoilers, I probably should have said, but like...
Oh my god, yeah, that's true. I mean, okay, I have seen a movie in cinema, and I'm just going to let Krzysztof guess. Have a guess.
What's been out lately?
Guess.
Don't Worry, Darling?
Oh, the fuck no.
Oh, I did see that movie. I'm gonna say something about Don't Worry, Darling.
No, I'm not. Fine. I'm gonna say what I saw. Black Adam. Not gonna say any spoilers.
Oh, Black Adam. Oh, wait, what? When did that come out?
Yeah, I just gotta say it's on everyone's mind.
No.
Why isn't there a White Adam?
Oh my fucking god.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Shazam is White Adam. Anyway, now. Okay, the movie, first half was a bit slow, maybe even a bit boring, I'll say. Second half, bring the whole movie up. I think it's one of those movies you need to watch twice to love it, or even to like it a lot, I would say. Then there's an end credit scene, and I'm going to say, hot damn, do not search after this podcast, do not search Black Adam end credit scene if you haven't seen it. And if you do, it's not my fault, not my problem. Your fault. I'm hyped for the future. Come on now.
Oh, I have something I want to finish. Okay, so I'm just going to say something about Don't Worry, Darling. I want to say something about Don't Worry, Darling. How can I explain? This film, someone said, like, a lot of the big hype around this film was, like, the controversy and, like, the sort of stuff of, like...
Controversy?
You know, like, all the trailers looked, like, sort of interesting, but, like, Harry Styles as a performer wasn't, like...
Oh my god, Harry Styles is the main character, yeah.
Essentially, yes, but here's the problem. I'm going to try and be nice to Harry Styles.
He spat on someone.
He didn't actually spit on him. That was actually, like, if you actually watch the video, it really is not him spitting on him. It's like, it's a very, like, 1,000,000 to 1 coincidence. But here's the thing. So, Harry Styles is, like, a B+ actor. And I mean that in the nicest way possible. Not every actor has to be, like, award-winning and be the best, like, of their generation.
sounds like a pretty
generous... Exactly.
That's generous for him.
Exactly, yeah. But, like, you know what? Credit where credit's due. He got through the audition process and, like, to the thing. That's not a small... feat, you know, credit where credit's due. He got through that, even if he's like massively famous. That's a whole other thing. The problem is he's surrounded by generation-defining actors like Florence Pugh, Chris Pine, and like even Olivia Wilde, and like sort of. It's just like, oh, you are so out of your league. Oh no, I feel so bad. It's like imagine like hypothetically if like a football team, like English football team, because the World Cup starts like in 2 weeks' time from now.
Oh god.
Imagine like the World Cup, like you go onto like the team, it's all, I can't name any footballers, and then there's just little Timmy from the local primary school.
Wait, you just can't name a single footballer.
Harry Kane? I guess he's one.
Lewandowski, let's go. Yeah.
Anyway, it's Heels of Wing, and like here's the thing about this movie is it's white. Here's the thing, like someone's pointed this out and made this joke before, but I'm just gonna repeat it. It's white woman's Get Out. If that makes any sense.
Get Out is sick.
Get Out is sick, but this is just the one. Instead of like for like black men, like the ideas of like the sun going place and like cultural appropriation, the idea, all these very like complex ideas. It's white women get out.
Have you seen Nope?
No, not yet.
Nope.
Sorry. No spoilers. But what the fuck? It is not what I expected. It is not what I expected at all. I mean, I'm not surprised because of the director, but also, I don't know. The trailer just gave it something completely different. Like, I don't even know.
Okay. Oh, so can I just finish my "Don't Worry, Darling" thing?
Yeah,
I just have to say some stuff that I'm going to spoil it in the most vaguest way possible. Okay. So I'm going to say some stuff that would mean that this podcast would not be in the film "Don't Worry, Darling." Trust me, there's a. I think actually it's a good idea that women have the ability to vote. That was a good moment in history. It's good that like if you were to hypothetically, sexually assault a woman, that's a crime. I'm just saying this. This all makes sense. I don't want to spoil this. Actually, I may as well spoil this.
You do realise, like.
This makes no sense. This makes sense in context.
Yeah, it makes sense in context, but you saying this just seems like. I don't know, it just seems fake. The way you said it, it's like, it's okay for women to vote. Like, it just, the way you said it, like...
Okay, should I backtrack on this?
Okay, yes.
Should I backtrack on this so I don't sound like a massive insult? Okay, so basically, there's a big twist in Don't Worry, Darling. It's been out for like 2 months at this point, so I think, spoilers, I guess, if you really care. But basically, so the big twist is they're in a matrix. They're in like a matrix, kinda.
Simulation.
A simulation, yes. So Florence Pugh is dating Harry Styles in this movie. And like, obviously they have characters, just the actors. Yeah. So he's like an incel. And so he starts listening to like this quasi Andrew Tate, Jordan Peterson type podcast hosted by Chris Pine, being like, hey, actually, all like the things I mentioned, like women having bodily autonomy and like voting and generally women's rights, that was a bad idea. Come be part of this weird simulation thing I'm running. And so like it's not a good movie.
It's just so weird.
It's so weird.
I would not expect that either. See, movies these days, man, I swear, they just get you. Like, you don't expect shit and you're like, what? I mean, the best thing that I've been surprised by, I'm not even gonna lie, is a game called Astral Chain. Like, there was a part where it seemed like the ending and I was like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Are they gonna make a second one? I was so hyped. But then there was like a huge twist, and then it was near to the end of the game. And I was like, oh my god, I got goosebumps right now, look at this.
Wow.
Anyway,
Yeah,
I literally have goosebumps.
Viewer at home, I can confirm his bumps are goosed.
Yeah, but like, those type of games, as I said earlier, my favourite type of games, although Astral Chain's a bit different. But, oh my god, the twist at the end was so sick. Oh my god.
Anyway, Don't Worry, Darling.
Platinum Games.
It's not great, it's fine.
What did you say, Krzysztof?
Platinum Games, the developer of Astral Chain.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Actually, we can talk about this. Bayonetta 3.
Oh, I want to play that,
So, do you know the controversy about the voice actress?
Controversy,
same thing. Well, actually, yeah, same
Tomato.
thing. Anyway,
I've never heard anyone say it the way you did.
Okay,
Anyway,
Krzysztof,
yes.
do you know about it?
Yeah, I know about it. The original voice actress for Bayonetta.
Oh, no, I think I do know this, but I can't remember, so carry on.
So, oh god, what's her name? I can't remember.
Jeff?
That would help.
It's not Jeff. I don't...
Sorry, I'm living in 2012, man.
Anyway, voice actress... wait, I gotta look this up because I forgot her name. I don't want to accidentally accuse the other lady. Basically, so she makes... Helena Taylor. She makes this... thing being like, hey, I'm being underpaid for like the work on Bayonetta 3, so that's why I'm not the voice of Bayonetta and Bayonetta 3. And you know what? Everyone's like, oh yeah, video game voice actors, they get treated like garbage. Like really, they don't get paid enough for what they do because like voice acting is a very like underrated like acting thing when you compare to like screen actors or anything like that. Because you think of like, any like, can you actually name any like voice actors? But you can definitely name like characters that are like voice actors.
I can name a lot, but that's because of like games in it. But
yeah,
it's a very it's nowhere near as like recognized as like on screen acting.
Exactly.
When there's a lot of on screen actors that just can't like voice act. Like it is a talent.
Exactly. But like it's the thing. Like if I play a clip of like Homer Simpson, you could tell that's Homer Simpson because that's a very like recognizable voice. Who's the guy who does the voice for Homer Simpson? What's his name? I know his name, but like, do you?
The only person
I don't know
knows
his
to
name.
do
No.
with The Simpsons is Matt Groening, or I can't pronounce his last name.
Well, exactly. So my point.
That's
Everyone
the only
knows this,
person.
and not everyone knows Dan Castellaneta. Castellaneta? I think that's how you pronounce
Even
it.
if I knew his name, I would have forgot it because I can't pronounce it. Come on, that's a hard name.
Yeah, but I'm not accusing you. I'm just saying in general, like, they're not
yeah.
treated the way they should be. Anyway, so Helena Taylor, she goes like, "Oh, I'm being underpaid for this," and then they shoot back and be like, "Actually, we offered you a lot more money for that." And then also, it turns out Helena Taylor's a bit of a turf, and it's like, ooh,
What's a turf?
trans
A shit.
radical feminist.
A turd is a shit. Yeah.
I mean, yes, that is what turfs are as well, but that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah, he didn't say turd, Krzysztof. He said turf.
Oh.
I
Sorry.
mean, should we just say? Should we just
My
clarify? Are trans rights human rights?
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, no, I'm very bad with I'm stupid, so when he said that, I was like, what the fuck is that? That's what I was thinking, but I had to think for a second, so yes, it is
Human
rights.
right, yeah.
Yes.
Anyway.
See,
Yes.
I can't even word properly,
Yeah.
I'm very dumb.
Wow,
I'm
Joe.
unbelievably, like, my brain works wonders sometimes, I swear.
Yeah. But like, yeah, there's a whole thing about that. So she does, like, so basically this whole, like, controversy, it turns out she's not great. So it's great. It's a great little controversy. It's not a good thing, but, like, you know. Anyway, so I got a thing. Oh, wait, the one last thing I want to mention, because you mentioned, how do I phrase this? So, you mentioned Black Adam, and now I have to talk about The Witcher.
I don't...
Oh, do you not know the thing about The Witcher?
Are you on about
Liam
Hemsworth.
They couldn't get Chris.
Nah, man. Do you know people are literally, they're saying season 3, the next season will have Henry Cavill.
Yes.
Right? A lot of people are saying they're just going to boycott the show. Not even watch that season just because...
Krzysztof, go on. Wait, do you not know what's going on?
Oh, what, with the show?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
Okay, so, you know the Netflix... You're familiar with the Netflix show The Witcher?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. If he said no,
So-
I would...
Hey, yo.
Cavill
I
being
love
replaced
The Witcher
with
3.
Liam
It's
Hemsworth.
really good game. But yeah, go on.
Yes, it's great. We all know it's a hidden gem. It's great. But, like, Henry Cavill is being replaced with Liam Hemsworth.
Oh, I have heard of that, yeah. Oh, never mind.
Yeah,
I do know.
Yeah, Krzysztof, the worst thing is, right, there's 2 seasons at the moment. The 3rd season will have Henry Cavill, and the 4th season is going to have Liam Hemsworth, right? But people are saying they're going to boycott the show if it's like that. And, and what that means is, like, the next season with Henry Cavill, they're not even going to watch that because the season after is going to have Liam Hemsworth.
I mean, so we all know how, like, season 3... actually, I'm going to tell you exactly how season 3 of The Witcher will end. This will not age like milk. This will be 100%... I promise you all, this will definitely come out. So,
I've never played the game. I've never watched the show, by the way.
Anyway, so, like, Geralt, Henry Cavill's character Geralt, he'll be like walking down the thing, he'll get like, oh, he's been fatally wounded in some like big battle, and he's like, I'm dying. Oh no, his hand starts going, he's like, oh no, I'm regenerating.
And then they'll be like, oh, this is my new look now.
Nah, like, if they do that... Right,
They won't do that.
They won't.
It would be very funny if they did.
No, it wouldn't. No,
it would be. How are they going to address it?
Are they would go crazy?
Are they just going to go like just
They're
not
just going to
acknowledge
do a
it?
Hulk.
They're not just not going to acknowledge it. But it would be like really funny if he's like he just gets like thrown off a bridge and just dies. He just gets his face.
You know what that reminds me of? You know at the end of what's it, 22 Jump Street? Like when they're showing like all the like future sequels that they're never gonna make.
Yeah.
You know, like that one sequel is like one of the actors changed. It's like, wait, what? Who are you? And it's like, what are you talking about, man? I'm the same person.
Yeah.
Like, we've gone through all those adventures. It's like, what?
Yeah. I mean, people don't even talk on it, but the Hulk changed actor, and that's because a lot of people don't really think that the Incredible Hulk is in the MCU. Then Rhodey changed actor
because of Ike Perlman's racism.
Yeah, a lot of the earlier
Nobody-
like MCU films
Nobody
they
fucking
changed.
noticed that. I kept pointing it out to people that, hey, Rhodey was a different person in Iron Man 1.
Also,
Iron Man
he
2
he
came
grew
out.
actually it's the thing like
Or three.
Geralt also grew 0.6 of a foot. The height difference between
I mean, growing is not
0.6 even.
Bro, man's had like plastic surgery to the extreme. He's turned into Liam. He's done a Saints Row, that mission where you turn into that dude from Stag.
Yeah, he just suddenly starts talking with an Australian accent. He's like, oh no, I've been cursed with an Australian accent. Are we being mean to Liam? I feel sort of bad for Liam Hemsworth.
No. That's the thing. It's not we're being mean to Liam Hemsworth. We're shitting on the fucking production company.
I mean, also, so like, you know,
they could have just done something to make it end at season 3.
No, but I mean, like, I feel a little bad for Liam Hemsworth because he's gotta be like a bit sad to be like in the shadow of.
I get that.
Well, yeah,
I'm sure he's a lovely guy.
No, it does.
Unless season 4 is like fucking next level amazing, then yeah. Because I guess that's the thing with like the MCU like actor changes is because they changed like so early that like. And now, like
it doesn't really happen now.
It doesn't really affect that much. And now that people remember the later MCU so much, like, you know, like Rhodey didn't even do much in like Iron Man 1, so it's like doesn't really matter. And the Incredible Hulk, that's sort of what like people sort of think of that as meh anyway. So it's like, yeah.
I thought it was sick. See,
I think it's not that bad. I mean, it's Marvel. It's Marvel junk food, says whatever. But like. Yeah.
No, I genuinely actually thought it was great because it just depicted like an angry Hulk, and that's what I love. I mean, literally, the MCU after that has not depicted an angry Hulk really.
Yeah, but like
not at all. Like when he punched that Leviathan in Avengers 1, he literally just said, "Yeah, I'm always angry," in the calmest voice possible. Turned into the Hulk and punched something.
Yeah, but then like
I thought that scene was cool.
I thought that was cool. Oh yeah, it was cool, but he wasn't like a proper angry Hulk. Then after he got freaking beaten up by Thanos, he just went pussy mode.
Anyway, can I actually, while we're on the subject of Marvel, was it as of currently speaking, Black Panther 2 releases in like 4 days.
Rest in peace, Chadwick.
Oh really?
Chadwick Boseman. Yeah, but in like 4 days. So.
Oh my god, I really haven't been keeping up.
I've heard that it's not as good as the first one, but it's still amazing.
I've heard people say it's better than the first one. Ooh.
I've heard the opposite.
I don't. Are you talking? Ooh, I don't want to start beef. But are you talking? Yeah. Anyway,
am I talking about what? Just talk.
Are you talking about a certain content creator? This is an offline discussion. Anyway, so here's the thing. I just want to get out of the way because I'm a really big like fan of like comic books and stuff like that. And I really like a lot of things. I actually really like Ta-Nehisi Coates' like run on Black Panther, and I really like his use in the use of the character Black Panther and Jonathan Hickman's like what's it, New Avengers run, where like he's just down bad all the time. Just everyone is kicking this man constantly. It's great. But I just want to talk about the character Namor for a second.
His mutant powers is the wings on his feet.
Okay, here's the thing. I hate Namor. Here's the thing. I mean absolutely no disrespect to the actor. I'm sure he's going to do a great job because like the actor seems.
What do you mean you hate Namor? Then?
I hate Namor the character so much, not because he's a bad character, because it's the sort of I love to hate him kind of thing. Because he's
a bad person.
He's the worst person in the world. Namor is just he has unwashed asshole energy. This man, he did a tsunami that one time that killed a lot of people. The fact that like he's trying constantly in the comics, he's constantly trying to steal Sue Storm from Reed Richards in like the patriarchal ownership of women. I'll steal your girl type thing, but also in the literal sense that he tries to kidnap her at least 3 or 4 times.
That's not that bad.
There's the time in like.
During
World War II. So here's the thing. During World War II, there was this Namor the Submariner comic. Because Namor was actually one of the oldest Marvel characters to exist. He's like genuinely sort of interesting. During the middle of World War II, there's a comic where he's like, actually, you know, he gets in between like a Nazi ship and like an American ship while they're having like a fight. And like he basically comes up with his like big brain centrist moment. He's like, actually, I don't care about the politics of this either way. You're equally as bad as each other, you know, the Nazis during World War II. He's like, anyway, and then just runs away. And so, you know, it's canon in the MCU that the Holocaust is partially responsible because of Namor. Anyway.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, okay, maybe his character is a dickhead, but also they can be the best characters in TV shows.
Oh, there's also
if they're really perfectly acted and performed, you will be like, oh, he's so menacing.
I do love
evil.
it.
I fucking love it.
There's a time in the Jonathan Hickman's Avengers run where he like blows up the DC universe. That's the whole thing.
Oh no.
Do I explain that?
No, you don't need to. It's cool. I wanted to say something, but I can't. And the reason I can't is I'll tell you later on.
Ooh.
Anyway.
Ooh, suspense.
No,
Anyway.
It's not good suspense. It's not good.
So Namor, he's bad, and I love him. I hope he the actor does a good job. I can't remember his name.
I've never known his name, bro. I hope Black Panther 2 is good, because the thing is also, I reckon, because I've also seen this in a few reviews of the film.
Tenoch Huerta, I think that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah, I've seen how it says the movie looks great, and they reckon that Marvel has saved the CGI for this movie, and that's why it's been bad in the past few times, like fucking She-Hulk. The Hulk, the anime, the CGI was just not good in that TV show. If someone says it's good,
I thought it was fine.
You thought the CGI was...
Okay, here's the thing,
you could not notice it looked bad.
It looked a bit rough in some bits, but I don't think it was absolutely awful. And I also sort of think that a show doesn't have to have...
I think some really bad CGI was like the original Black Panther. Like that final fight scene looked like something out of a PS3 game.
Oh, God.
Something out of PS3 game, that's jokes.
Anyway, but what was I going to say? I was going to say something. I was going to say something really profound to just wrap up this episode on, but I think I'll just stop talking.
Alright, well, I will say that's... Wait, are we going to record the next one next week? Shall we plan this right now? No, if we plan it now and post this, then we can't go back on our words.
As of currently speaking, it is the 7th of November at about 2:20. So this will probably go up the next day. So, like, 1 week...
Next Monday.
Krzysztof,
you up for it?
Yeah, here's the thing, we have to now set up something for next Monday. So, what should we do? Something really dramatic?
No, we don't. I've told you.
Enjoy Frontiers, you fucking...
Don't force it.
Sorry.
Anyway.
Oh my god! Look! There's a plane!
Yeah, you know what, actually, everything we spoke about, if you haven't seen Black Adam, enjoy that. If you haven't seen... Oh, what was we just talking about? Black Panther, because it'll be out by then, right? Yeah. You know what? Go enjoy that, but don't be dickheads and don't spoil it. And everything we spoke on, if it's not out, enjoy it, and if you haven't seen it, then go watch it.
Okay, as of currently speaking, we have King Charles III, so, you know, but it says that there's a trend. So by next Monday, will we have a new monarch? That's the question.
No, I know where you're going with this. Yo, it was nice recording episode 3. I hope you guys all enjoyed. That's it for today. See ya.
Enjoy God of War, you sons of bitches. Yeah.